starting off with the Jockey Club Sprint itself, the field headed by last year's winner in Hot King Prawn. We also see the return of Wellington, who we last saw in the Chairman's Sprint Prize Group 1 contest, beating Computer Patch. Skyfield much better off at the weights with Lucky Patch, who beat him last time, and a lot coming out of that Premier Bowl race. Amazing Star, stronger. Lucky Patch, brilliant win from him. He was ridden by Zach Purton that day. Jerry Chow now on board. Super Wealthy, who was second there. Courier Wonder, who tasted defeat for the first time. And Naboo Attack will jump from barrier 9, and he is the choice of Zach Purton. So we'll start off here with the speed map for the sprint. Tom, we're saying good in the early stages. How do they map here? It looks like Lucky Patch, probably the unlucky one. Yeah, he looks like that from barrier number 10. Look, Courier Wonder certainly can go forward, and I think he'll be further forward than he was the last time out. Computer Patch is a horse that certainly likes to lead. Paul on his day, Amazing Star, he's another speed influence in the race also. Yeah, and he'll need, if he does go forward, that's what Lucky Patch will want, because Lucky Patch will try and slot in there somewhere. At the moment, he's sort of out in a limb there, and with that pace, and he's just going to need a little bit of luck from barrier number 10. Super Wealthy and Wellington, they're the ones get back. They'll want as much pace in it as they can get. Yeah, certainly. And Naboo Attack, he'll be back at the rear, but he'll be certainly, I think, getting to the outside this time out rather than trying to stay down on the inside. Yeah, we'll be looking for clear air, that's for sure. That's Naboo Attack. Let's start off, though, with one of the horses returning. It's the Group 1 winner, Wellington, and his jockey, Alexi Bedell.
Alexi Wellington, the first up at the weekend after bagging a Group 1 victory last year with the Chairman's Sprint Prize. How do you feel he's come back for this campaign?
The horse feels good. Last trial was quite good, impressive. The horse was able to do what he can do. He showed good speed, he was relaxed, and he responded quite well at the end. So I'm very happy.
He's had sort of pretty much a month between trials, trial 1 and trial 2. Did you notice plenty of improvement between those two trials?
He's always been quite an easy horse to get fit. Of course, he's a very good horse, so he always gives me a very good feel. He might need that first competition, you know, he might need to run, but he looks good, fresh and happy. His action is good as well, so I'm very happy.
Does barrier 7 make it a little tricky? How do you sort of anticipate the race panning out?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a problem. You know, he's a very good horse. He's very easy to ride. Just need to settle, get him to relax, and give him some comfort. He can finish off the race very well. So just see how it goes.
He obviously has a very good fresh record, but he is carrying that £5 penalty, being a Group 1 winner. Does that potentially make him a little vulnerable first up with some of these up-and-comers?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm just glad to see him back at the competition, and he's such a good horse. So I believe he's going to run a strong race, and I'm looking forward to it and see how it goes.
Good positive comments then from Alexi Bedell, getting the leg up on Wellington. What of his rivals, though? Well, let's have a look, Paul, at the Premier Bowl, because this featured most of the runners in actual fact. Lucky Patch coming out on top. Can he confirm his superiority? Yeah, well, the problem being is the draw. It just looks really tricky, as we saw in that speed map. Courier Wonder, he was fresh up here. He didn't get the clearest of runs in between horses there. So I think he's going to improve coming out of it. And I just really like the way Super Wealthy's been going. He won those 2 races down the straight 1,000 and then came up on the inside here. So they're the sort of the two. I just worry about Lucky Patch from that draw. In saying that, though, Paul, he did cover ground there. He did have some cover on that occasion, Lucky Patch, and won it really well. I don't know if it's a telling factor or not that Zach's got off him and is riding Naboo Attack here, who was down on the inside there. I think Courier Wonder got too far back last time out. He'll be a lot closer to them this time round, and I'm anticipating a big run from Courier Wonder here with only 1, 2, 3 on his back. Yeah, and Skyfield weakened out of it as well, but that was a handicap. Now it's set weights and penalties. I think he's much better off. And speaking of Skyfield, Tom, here he's at the trials again with Naboo Attack and Lucky Patch. Yeah, look, he's been back to the trials and looked good in that trial. The last time out, just wasn't able to go on in this trial. He was sort of midfield, but look, once he moved up here on the outside of Naboo Attack, who's trialled well here, he looked good in this trial. So he's right on the cusp, Paul, of getting in. I didn't quite get him in, but wouldn't shock for him to run a big race. He's got a really good turn of foot, we know, Skyfield. Barrier number 1 for him, so should be tucked away there on the inside. Look, I did find a spot for him. He was actually a lot closer last time out as well, which I don't think quite suited him. No. OK, so a couple of things maybe in his favour this time round, Skyfield, but Courier Wonder tasting defeat for the first time last time out. We can hear from his trainer, John Size, of course, has the returning Hot King Prawn as well.
What about Courier Wonder in the sprint? How did he pull up after his last start effort?
He seems okay. He didn't take any backward step after that race. He's trialled also, and he's indicated in his trials that he's improved a little bit since his run. So I'd expect him to run a better race.
John, there's obviously a bit of speed in the race with the likes of Computer Patch and Amazing Star and co. Where do you sort of envisage Courier Wonder being positioned in the run?
Well, I think he'd be in the first three. One of the other horses might have the speed to lead him, and if that's the case, he'd probably still be up there the first 3 or 4, I'd say.
Yeah, so as far as the speed map is concerned, Paul, maybe sort of backing up what we were saying before.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's going to be a lot closer, isn't he? And he did get quite further back, and he's had that run under his belt now, so he'll be fitter with natural improvement.
He really has zipped along in those trials as well, so I've liked that he's bounced back off that defeat last time out.
OK, all right. Pretty open contest here. Courier Wonder is our favourite, though, Paul, at this stage.
Yeah, on paper, this looks the trickiest one of the 3 main races. I have gone for Wellington, though, with that fresh-up record, 2 from 2. He's got that really good turn of foot. I thought the trial was good and his body weight is spot on. Courier Wonder is going to be the hardest to beat. Wouldn't be surprised if he won. He's going to be right there. Skyfield with that good turn of foot, and Super Wealthy, a really improved horse this season. He'll be a bit of value as well. 2-9-3-8.
I'm going to take on the Group 1 winners who have the good fresh record and to settle with the Courier Wonder on the top, number 9. I think, as John Size said there, he'll be up in the first 3, I think, from his draw of gate number 6. Just got a long way back last time out and then ran into traffic. I think Naboo Attack's a big chance here. He didn't really see any clear air last time out. Zach Purton rides him for David Hayes. He's got the tongue tie on. He'll be looking to get to the outside, the big guy to flash home. Wellington goes. I'm just a little concerned he missed that little bit of work for about 9 or 10 days. Has trialled up well enough coming into this, does carry the £5 penalty, as too does Hot King Prawn, who's very consistent and can't be written off. So 9, 10, 2 and 1. There are a couple of others I'd like to put in there, but can't have them all.
You cannot. Wellington for me, maybe that Skyfield and Courier Wonder with the run of the belt might be more nailed down for this, but I think Wellington is our best sprinter. I'll stick with him.